Hello everyone. So I've been seeing some comments on my original bench build, and I appreciate how everyone's been liking it. Over the last few months I've made some upgrades. I think they're upgrades to the original bench. There's a company in town who builds giant slab floors for high-rise buildings, I think, and they cut the ends off of them. And it's basically just giant laminated slabs of wood, but they cut the ends off them to get a specific size, and the ends they just sell for bench tops or whatever, really. So I went and picked one up. It was actually fairly cheap for the size you get, so I'm going to kind of show you what I've changed on my bench now to make it a little better for me. Okay, so the piece of wood I got from the manufacturer is about just over 6.5 inches thick, which means I had to change some stuff. The first was deciding whether I was going to drill dog holes or go with a T-track. The problem with the dog holes is using standard holdfasts, I would have to counter drill the other side, and it would have just become such a pain because the holdfasts are not made for bench tops this thick. So what I ended up doing is I got some T-tracks. They're actually not very expensive, from Amazon. I routed a channel, placed them in, and left a gap in certain areas so that I could get tools in and out easier, or the clamps in and out easier. Now the clamps, these are the only ones I have right now, but I can buy these T-bolts, I guess, and make different types of clamping and holding things. But you can see it just slides right. You can see it just slides right into the channel, and then I tighten it down, and it actually works really well. It holds down pretty much whatever I need. Now, adding 6 inches to it also raised the height of the bench, and I was considering cutting down the size of the bench to make the same height, but I'm 6'4", and I felt a higher bench would be kind of nice. So I left it the same size, so this is actually pretty high. One modification I did have to do was over here. I had to put something under the leg clamp, because the leg clamp wasn't long enough. So I might eventually rebuild the whole leg clamp, but for now this works. Yeah, that works. So I can still use some of my clamps on here, but the short ones aren't really good for this bench anymore. But if I need extra clamping, I can use some of my longer style of these. These do work on here. Now, I did put this in for this one. Let me grab my hammer. So I did put this in, and I just tap it up for planing and stuff like that, but I don't really do much with that, so it stays down most of the time. Now over here I put this in because probably shouldn't do it with this, but I got this little thing in here. Dang it, let me find a Okay, try again. So I put this in here. It actually fits in a little too tight, but come on. It's cold right now, so that might be why it's being such a pain to get out. There we go. So I put that in there, and what that is for is so I have a place to put my camera holder for when I'm working on different projects. So yeah, my little camera stand. And then when I'm not, I just take it out and slide the little block back in. And now it's going to be a pain in the backside to get out again, but it's alright. Okay, now on my original build, I had one half of the bench top be able to slide up for when I'm doing wood carvings. I can't really do that with this, so I set up something else that works pretty good. I saved the original bench top. Oh, this thing is actually kind of heavy. I saved the original bench top. I screwed the hinges onto this standard 2x12 here, and so I can just pop it right into the leg clamp, clamp it down. Now for the other side, it's not really going to stay up. So the easiest thing to do is just grab a piece of scrap wood. Hold on. So with these new clamps, grab a piece of scrap wood and clamp it in. Boom. So now I can still sit over here, work on some wood carvings. Straighten that out. There. So I got my board here. Now it'd be nice if I can have my rotary tool over here if I want to work with my rotary tools. So I built this. I grabbed a prefab table leg from Lowe's, I think. I cut off the top. This is just a block of oak that I put the screw in, and then I bolted it down into a couple pieces of scrap that I had sitting around. So I put this right here. Okay, this way. Put this right here, and I drilled a hole right here. You can't see that. And then I drilled a hole right here into the bottom of the, or into the side of the bench. So I can pop this in here. And clamp this down. So, as you can see, that's actually pretty solid there. So once that's clamped down, I'll grab my rotary tool, hang it right there. Grab my homemade speed controller, put it right here. So pop that in. This will go into the extension cord that I keep right here. And if I want to work on a carving right here, just turn this thing on, turn on my speed controller, and go at it. So that's kind of nice. Now it's also set up so that right behind me, it's quite a mess right now, but I can have my knives and tools sitting here so I can turn around, grab something, turn around, grab something, turn back, and work on my carving if I so choose. Okay, now if I wanted to carve something on my carving vise, I got it right here. Real easy if I want to pop something on here, and then again these big clamps do work with the thick tabletop, and they clamp pretty good. So we got that, and if I wanted to use power, I just turn on my tool and I can start working right here. Now eventually I might make something where I can hang this from the ceiling so it's a little bit higher, but for now this works okay. Mostly this will be used, well, I don't know yet. I don't have any plans, but you can see. You can see it's held on pretty tight, so I can use that for a good clamp. So those are all the upgrades I've made to my bench so far this year. I don't think I'll be doing any more with the bench. There's not much more I can do to it, I don't think. I could put a parallel T-track, but whatever. I don't think I need it. I will build some other jigs and stuff, home clamping solutions or whatever, to help. The biggest thing that I have right now, if we look here, I have these holes drilled, which they're not really straight, but they're good. So I need to find ways to hold my work onto here, and that's really kind of what I'll be working on. Any future upgrades will be holding solutions for the works and stuff that I put on here. So yeah, so there's a quick update on my bench, and I'm going to start working on a wood carving video right now using this. Thanks for watching. Stick around, that wood carving video should be up soon, I hope.